Hello, this is Dustin Hoekstra with AWR, and I'd like to cover some new features that we've added to V13 of AWR. So within the realm of more engineering, less clicking, we like to add features to the software that make it easier to drive, so the designer can spend more time focused on the design task rather than driving the software. So within the realm of data display, some improvements we've added are the ability to see simulation results while they're simulating. So instead of clicking simulate and watching the simulation window and waiting for your answer, the results appear on the graph as they are being calculated. So here you can see we're doing an LO power sweep, and the results are showing up as the sweep is being done. We've added a whole new suite of graphs, marker graphs, to our software. So what you might see normally when you add a marker, you can place it, and we have the option to search for different places. We can do max and min and things like that. Right click and do a marker search, for example. What's new in the software is the ability to do, for example, peak and valley markers. So you can right click and choose to do a peak or a valley. And so right here I've set up a peak marker, here's a valley marker, so if I'm tuning my circuit, the marker will stay on that peak and stay on that valley as our results are changing. So there's no need to move them again after every time you tune. Max and min markers work the same too. So here I have a maximum marker, and even if I try to move it, it's going to stick on that max and min, and then as I tune, those markers will still stay put at the maximum and minimum values on the graph. Here you can see as my minimum value changes from this value to this one, the marker moved accordingly. Also with vertical and horizontal markers, we now have the ability to display the results here in the legend. So the point where this horizontal marker is intersecting, right here, you can see, so the horizontal marker, it's showing me what the y-axis coordinate is. With the vertical marker, it's showing me the x-axis coordinate and also where it's intersecting. So for example, if I move it pretty close to where that horizontal marker is, which is about negative 5.7 dB, so here you can see it's reading about the same value because they're near the same point of intersection. And this will work with multiple traces as well. Lastly, there are offset markers. So if I specify a regular marker, now I can add an offset marker. So for example, I'll add another one over here. I can choose which marker I want to reference first, which is M1 right here. And say I want to do an X offset here of, right now it's at 6.8 gigahertz. Maybe I'll just do a 1 gigahertz offset. And so if I move my reference marker, M1 here, you can see the other two markers track with it. This one is using an X offset of negative 0.5. And maybe I'll change that one to be 3 dB or something like that. So now it's going to be moving it's always 3 dB up from that marker, and this one's always 1 gigahertz ahead of that marker.